Hey, what's up guys? My name is Daniel Lopez with Invest in You Finance, and today we are going to talk about old 401ks, old 403bs, old retirement accounts that you've completely forgot about because you've moved jobs. And the reason I want to talk about these accounts is because you could potentially be losing thousands of dollars if you're not rolling over those old retirement accounts to your current employer's retirement account. I want to go over a story with you guys so that way you can see how you could be potentially losing thousands of dollars. And this has to do with a personal story that I went through. In this situation, back in 2017, I was already working for my corporate job. And in 2017, I was receiving statements from an old retirement account that I completely didn't even know I had. I used to tutor back in college. I was a middle school math tutor, and little did I know that they were contributing money for me into a retirement account. It wasn't until they were sending me statements that I found out that I was, getting money contributed to this retirement account at this job that I had. And the statement said, "Oh, you have $1,500 in this retirement account." And I was like, "Oh wow, $1,500? That's good considering that the company, the school district, was putting that money inside the account." And I didn't think anything of it. And I said, "Okay, great." Well, that was when I was in college, like in 2009, 10, because I graduated in 2011. So those 2 years, I had tutored and taught kids math. Anyways, I had money in this account in 2017. I was getting the statements, but what I noticed in those statements was that I started off with a higher amount. I had like $2,000 in there. However, because of the administration fees, the account was losing value. And I was like, "Oh man, they're charging me this much just to run the account." And I said, I need to get that money out of there and I need to put it into my personal IRA, my personal individual retirement account. And it had already gone down to $1,100. And I was like, "Man, but if I don't do this, I'm gonna lose all that money." And this is just $1,100. It's not that much. But I only worked, not that much time as a tutor. Anyways, I was grateful that I had that $1,100. So immediately I got into the process of transferring that $1,000 into my personal IRA. When I did this, I called them up and they said, "Okay, yeah, you can either have it." There's two ways that you can transfer the money. One way is you call them up and you have them transfer it to your new job's retirement account. You fill out the paperwork, you tell them where you want it to go, and then they'll transfer it over to your current employer's retirement account. The other way you can do it is you could tell them that you want to withdraw that money. You withdraw that money, they send it to your checking account, and it's your responsibility to roll that over into your retirement account within 60 days. However, they will keep 20% to give to the IRS. So just for easy math, if you had $1,000 in your old retirement account, they're gonna keep $200, they're gonna give you $800, and in the situation, you have to come up with the extra 20% when you roll it over within those 60 days. So if you got $800, they sent $200 to the IRS, and you have to come up with the other $200 out of pocket, and then you contribute it to your individual retirement account, or you contribute it to your current employer's retirement account. So there's two ways to do it. You decide which way that you want to do. I decided to have them automatically contribute the money into my individual retirement account. And they didn't withhold any of the taxes or anything. They contributed the whole amount. So fast forward, I got the money and I put it in my individual retirement account. It was only, like I said, $1,100. I didn't want to send it to my current employer's retirement account, and that's the account that I have a video of. If you're interested in going to see that video, I accumulated over $500,000 in my individual retirement 401k, so you can go check that out if you're interested. But anyways, I put that money into my IRA, and at the time I was only 30 years old, and I told myself, I didn't even know about this money. It's almost like it's free money. I'm just gonna risk it. And whatever happens to it, if I lose $1,000, I'm okay with it. That's cool. But if I can grow that money exponentially, then I can do that as well. So ultimately, I decided to buy FTNT. I decided to buy 140 shares. And it cost me $1,100. At today's price, the stock is $59.20. And I have 140 shares. So currently, from May 2017 to July 2022, I currently have $8,200, $8,288 to be exact. If I subtract the initial principal of $1,100, I made a profit of $7,188. That's an increase of 648% on this $1,100 that I didn't even know I had, but because they sent me statements in the mail, I knew that that money was there. Well, I got it out of their retirement system, which I couldn't even choose what I wanted them to invest it in. So I was like, forget that. Send me the money. I'll put it into my individual retirement account, and then hopefully I'll get lucky and choose a good stock. I could have selected an S&P 500 index fund, and I went back and looked at how much the percent would have been if I would have done that, and it would have been 64% increase. So that money would have almost doubled. If it would have been 100%, then that money would have doubled. But in this particular case, I bought FTNT, and it just completely shot up over the past 5 years. So the reason I'm telling you guys this story is because if I would have left that money in that other account, I don't know if I would have had any money in there because of their administration fees. They would have been deducting it every year to manage the account. And that's the thing about these accounts with these companies. You have to know the fees that they're charging you to keep that money in there. And my brother, who's 3 years younger than me, he was also a tutor. I just talked to him today because I thought about this video idea, and I told him, hey, remember how you were a tutor as well? Remember how I got you the job as a tutor? He's like, yeah. I was like, do you remember those statements that you were getting that said that you had money in that retirement account? And he was like, oh yeah. He's like, but it kept going down, like from the amount of money that I first had to like the last statement I got. And I said, well, how much do you have? And then he was like, oh, I don't even know how much I have. And I'm like, remember I told you that I got the money that I had in my account and I transferred it? And I told you, hey, you should transfer that money into your own personal IRA. He was like, yeah. He's like, I forgot though. And I'm like, well, guess how much money I have now in my account? He's like, I don't know, how much? And I said, I have $8,200 from an $1,100 investment because I tutored 2 years ago for like 3 months each year, total of 6 months, and I got some money that they put into a retirement account for me. He's like, really? He's like, give me the information so I can call the company. So like with what I do with everything else, I just Googled that retirement company because I remembered it. And then I sent him the phone number and he was gonna call. So I'm gonna keep you guys posted on that, on how much he has in that account. He's like, oh man, hopefully it grew. And I'm like, well, you remember their fee? You might have zero money in that account because it's already been, so long. Anyways, that's how you could potentially lose thousands of dollars. You could potentially be losing thousands of dollars if you're forgetting about your old retirement accounts, if you're leaving them in there, if you're hoping that the people managing the account are doing what they're supposed to be doing, and what they're supposed to be doing is giving you the login information and passwords to go into your own account to see what funds you want to invest in. They're just holding your money. They're making money off of it either way. They're charging their administration fee. They're taking it out. They don't care if your account goes to zero. What they care about is that you leave the money in there. So go talk to your old 401k administration and see what the balance is. Get the login information and talk to them about either rolling it over to your individual IRA or talk to them about rolling it over into your current employer's 401k. So I just wanted to share with you guys this story. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. Consult with your professional tax advisors, professional financial advisors. This is just for entertainment purposes only. I'm just showing you guys what I've gone through and what I've done. In this case, if this $8,200 increases at a rate of 10% every year, I mean, this is a ridiculous number. The S&P only went up 64%, but this individual stock went up 648%. Just for this calculation, I'm going to say that let's say I sell the shares and I just buy an S&P 500 index fund. On average, it'll go up 10%. So in 30 years, at a 10% interest rate, just an S&P 500 index fund, this money will grow from the $8,200, it'll grow to $145,000 over 30 years. And that's the power of compound interest. That's what I'm trying to drill in your guys' head. You have to invest. The earlier, the sooner, the better. And invest as much as you can, but invest often and frequently, so that way when it comes time to retire, you have the money in your retirement account. Pretend that pretend you're 55 and you're getting close to retirement age, and then you're excited, you have kids, your kids are having kids, you have grandkids, and you can't wait to retire to hang out with your kids and your grandkids. So you're excited and you decide, call up your administrator of your 401k or your retirement account to see how much you have in there. Well, you call and you find out that you don't have enough money to retire. At that age, at 55, at 60, at that age, you've lost the time that it takes for your money to compound. So you might end up finding out that you have to continue working until you're maybe 65 or 70, whenever your Social Security benefits start kicking in. Trust me, you do not want to be 60 years old figuring out that you can't retire because you didn't want to invest $100 or whatever amount 30 years ago, like every week or month, into a simple ETF to make you be able to retire. And that's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that people get to this age and they realize that they can't retire and they wish they would have known this information. Well, guys, I'm here to share this information to you. I'm here to help you guys out. I hope you guys already know all this, and I hope that you guys are contributing to your retirement. It's very important to contribute to your retirement, because when you get of retirement age, you're hoping that you can stop working. And that's the whole goal, is to enjoy retirement, stop working. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys liked the video. I appreciate you guys coming. Please like, please subscribe. I'll catch you on the next video. And I still want to find out how much money my brother has in his account. He's gonna find out, and I'll keep you guys posted. Maybe I'll make another video and we can see how much he has left. I hope it grew, but with those fees, and he had probably a similar amount that I had, there might not be anything there. So hopefully for his sake, there is still money. He still has time. We could transfer it to an individual retirement account or his current employer's retirement account, and we can start making that money grow. So please invest anything, just anything that you can. Open up an individual stock market account, open up a traditional IRA, and put, a little bit of money every chance that you get. Eventually, with time, if you start when you're 30 years old, 35 years old, time is just going to increase that money with compound interest and just getting a simple ETF that tracks the market. You will be in good shape. This is the easiest way to become a millionaire. And if you want proof, go look at my 401k video. I started working in 2011 with my corporate job, and I was contributing the maximum amount for every year. And I have a 401k update video of what it's currently at right now, because we're currently, getting into a recession. So the account is a little bit down, but in that video I describe how much money I've put in there and what it's grown from 2011 to 2022. So that is just proof that investing in an ETF that just tracks the market will ultimately make your money grow. Of course, you have to put in money, but each individual, you guys out there, are going to put in as much as you can. And whether it's $5, $10, $100, $50, however much, there are calculators out there online. You just Google it, compound interest calculator, and then it asks you, well, how much are you going to put in? And then you can figure out how much you're going to have. So there are tools out there, and everything's for free on the internet. All this stuff that I'm talking to you about on my channel, all these videos, everything, I've learned on my own on the internet. I've never paid anyone for any information. You can go to the IRS website. You can go to Investopedia, I believe. You can go to all these places online. You can watch other YouTube videos. Of course, you're gonna wanna do your own research. And you're gonna want to learn these things. If you stumbled upon this video, you are interested in these things. And the last thing you wanna do is get to retirement age and not be able to retire, and you have to continue to work. If you're interested in learning about financial independence, retire early, I have other videos on that. I chose to work as hard as I could and as much as I could and make the most amount of money that I could within 10 years, so that way I can accelerate the retirement process. I wasn't going to continue to work at my corporate job for the rest of my life until I was 60 years old. In my mind, that's the old way of retirement. The new way for me was to work as hard as I could, and then I could enjoy my life for the rest of my life after I, gave it my all for 10 years, which, if you think about it, if you're 100 years old, 10 years is only 10% of your life. You can do it. If I can do it, I graduated in 6 years from college. I had a low GPA and I was still able to do it. So guys, if I could do it, anyone could do it. I promise you that. Learn as much as you can, invest in you, become financially educated, and ultimately just be hungry. Want it. You have to want it. Or you're just gonna, continue with your normal job and continue going every day, and before you know it, you'll be 60 years old and you can retire. If that's what you want to do, that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. If you love your work and you love your job, then to each his own, right? But I just want to show you guys what is possible, and thank you for watching the video. I'll keep you guys posted on what happens with my brother's retirement account. I'm 35, he's 32, so we'll see. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.